Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Age, and I am back to talk about episode 4 of Pit Babe. I swear, y'all, my computer is working against me so much, but I'm looking on the bright side because, besides that, things are pretty okay. I can't complain too much about what's going on in life. It's pretty good. I will have to purchase a new computer because this one is ancient, and that is that on that. This episode starts off right where the last episode ended. Winner was taunting Babe because he lost to Kim in his preliminary race. Now remember, Babe was drunk and stayed out all night with Ray because he caught Charlie creeping with some other man, and I'm pretty sure it was Jeff. Now, is it me or are him and Charlie not supposed to have any strings attached to their little situationship? Babe is getting mighty jealous. Anyway, the group had to hold Babe back from beating Winner up. Then Babe saw Kim looking at him, and he wanted to know if Kim wanted to fight with him. Kim was like, I am not like Winner, who keeps barking like a dog. Yeah, I know Kim don't like Winner at all. I don't blame him. Winner is just a slime ball. But Kim, he told Babe that it would be a shame if he moved all the way across the country to race against Babe, who is supposed to be the best of the best, only to beat Babe in this quickly in his preliminary round. He was like, that would be no fun if that's the case. So Babe was like, don't worry, you're going to have fun. Meaning, just because I lost this time and didn't have my stuff together, don't mean I'm not going to bring the heat, the fire in the next race. So after all of that, Babe ends up in the locker room and Charlie follows him to help him release some of that anger. But Babe can't get the thought of Charlie meeting up with someone else out of his mind. Babe tells Charlie he wants to sleep alone tonight, that Charlie should go back to his apartment. And then Charlie, is like, okay, well, why you act like this? He tries to go to Babe and Babe pushes Charlie away. And then Babe storms away, and we all know that Babe's emotions are just lethal. He is always in a bad mood. So in the next scene, Alan and Ray have a little chat about what is wrong with Babe. Alan asks Ray if something is up with Babe, and of course Ray immediately is like, it's Charlie. It's Charlie's fault. And of course, we all know why. Ray is in love with his best friend, but the kicker is Ray isn't completely wrong. Charlie was why Babe was drinking the night before, and he had to go to the race the next morning. He ended up losing because he wasn't all the way together, and he also didn't do his concentration. And Ray is so shocked because Babe is giving Charlie so much attention, unlike the other sex buddy that Babe had in the past. Babe liking Charlie concerns Ray so much. So Ray basically told Alan that Babe needs to break up with Charlie, claiming that, it will help Babe get back on his game, get his mind back focused on the races, and be like old times. Now, Jeff was also in the garage, and he heard Ray say this to Alan. And then when I tell y'all, Jeff gave Ray a bombastic side eye. I hope that Jeff goes back and tells Charlie everything. But knowing Charlie, he probably already knows that, well, he does know that Ray doesn't like him, but he knows that Ray is probably going to try to do something to break him and Babe apart. So the next scene, Babe is in the usual bar by himself, drinking, of course. Baby Charlie is going to make this man drink himself to death. This man does not know how to properly manage his stresses and his emotions. Has he really never considered therapy? And not sex therapy, regular therapy? Anyway, Babe runs off this alpha who is trying to get with him. Babe yelled at the guy, basically that he stunk. And he was like, you're not my type. Then in walks none other than Ray. Ray was like, I'm handsome, but I'm still not your type. And guys, y'all know Supernut is so handsome, and he knows it, y'all. Y'all know that man is beautiful. Anyway, Babe was like, oh, you looking for a sex buddy? He asked Ray that, but if only he knew. But Ray was like, no. I am very, very surprised Ray wasn't like, yes, I would like to be sex buddies with you. He was very convincing. But I believe he wants Babe to be more than a fuck buddy.
He definitely wants more than a few quick fucks from Babe. He wants love. But whether it's love or whether it is a few quick fucks, either one of those could ruin their friendship. Vay instead shows Babe some new alphas that Way picked out for Babe to use as sex buddies. He's still trying to get rid of Charlie. Here, Way is reiterating, and he keeps reiterating, that it is better for Babe to be alone and just fuck for fun. He tells Babe that Charlie has too much influence on him to where he isn't able to basically live without Charlie. Way is like, you don't need love, i.e., you don't need love if it isn't from me. That's what Way really means. And yes, this is definitely manipulation. I cannot lie. And manipulation isn't good, Way. Not like this, boo. So Way decides to get Babe up and out of the bar, and he takes Babe to this little kind of like secluded restaurant that they used to go to when they were younger. And he thinks this is going to be a way to cheer Babe up, and it actually does. So the place that they went to is a little shop that they used to frequent before they were famous racers. They are familiar with the food and the lady and the whole menu. Then we get a flashback to before when they were younger and, not famous, and before they were racers, or at least popular racers. So the flashback starts when the two are eating, and Babe asks Way to share a fried egg. Way gives Babe the whole egg, and Babe is like, why'd you give all of it to me? Babe was like, it's just an egg, why not? Then Babe jokingly says, if I had a boyfriend, then does that mean I have to share him with you too? Babe was like, boy, stop playing around. But Babe, of course, is, grateful for the kindness that Way showed him when he did give him the egg. Then Babe was quiet, and then he grabbed Way's hand. And Way was like, what's happening? Then Babe was like, how about I make it up to you by being your boyfriend instead? This, from the look on Way's face, shocked the hell out of Way. I couldn't tell if he was happy or just shocked here. Because, understand, at this point in time, we don't know if Way liked Babe like that yet. The crush that Way has on Babe could have actually grown over time, and it could have actually happened after this. But what I think is that during this flashback, Way liked him already. And I think Way was super shocked and couldn't believe that Babe was really asking him to be his boyfriend. Then for Babe to burst out laughing because he was just joking, y'all, let me tell y'all, if in that moment Babe knew that Way had a crush on him and he did that to his friend, that is just plain mean, bruh. And I don't believe that Babe is that diabolical. So in this moment, I don't believe that Babe knew Way had a crush on him. I have to believe this. So we flash back to the present time, and here we get a little more background on Way and Babe. They were both broke together and started racing together. Babe let Way know that Way is the reason that there is a Pit Babe today. Way kept pushing and pushing Babe to be a great racer. And y'all, I mean, this is so sad to me, but I guess it's good for their friendship. We find out that Way was Babe's biggest cheerleader and support system. Way put in all that work to make Babe's life easier and to help him get to where he is and get to be this amazing, celebrity that he is. Only for Babe to come back and be like, you will always be my best friend, and I wish we stay like this forever. What? Yo, that is the ultimate friend zone. And you can see the disappointment on Way's face when he's at the table. My heart really does break for Way. It does. In the next scene, Charlie is texting Babe, who is just ignoring the fuck out of him. So he gets a call on his phone thinking, oh my gosh, it's Babe. Turns out it's actually Jeff, who is actually at the apartment with Charlie. Look, I still don't know what's going on with these two, Charlie and Jeff. Jeff is like, people want to know what's going on with you and Babe. No, me, I want to know what's going on with you and Charlie, okay? Charlie is like, Babe is mad at me and I may never go back to his house again. And then Jeff was like, this will mess up our plan. Charlie is like, I won't let him mess up the plan. I have to figure out the game. What are these two up to? Does Charlie not like Babe at all? Is it like he has no feelings at all towards Babe? What is this game he's talking about? I won't let him mess up the plan. What is going on? So the next day, while Babe is on his way to the race, he ends up getting attacked by these motorcyclists. And Charlie is walking by and sees this happening and steps in to try to save Babe. The guys end up attacking Charlie as well until the police come and they break it up. Did someone, maybe Winner, put a hit out on Babe? I think so, but it could also be other people. I don't know. But also, I think it could have been Charlie. Follow me down this rabbit hole, people. Not saying that Charlie would do it, but I'm kind of saying that he will. But is he doing this to try to get back in Babe's good graces? I might just be speculating because I have not watched the rest of the episodes yet. But that might just be me. So Babe tells Charlie to go to the hospital, but Charlie is like, you have to get to your race. So when they do get to the race, completely not going to the hospital, the rest of the ex-Hunter team thinks that it was the Red Racing team who put the hit out on Babe. Well, most of the team think it's the Red Racing team, but Alan was like, they wouldn't tarnish their brand. Alan, I wouldn't put it past them. I don't know. Anyway, a very intense race happens, but Babe ends up winning. Yes, followed by Kim, and then Wade came in third, and then Winner came. Who cares about Winner? So, in the locker room, Babe and Wade are in there after the race, and they're like washing up and things, and Kim hears them talking about Babe going to the doctor with Charlie. Kim comes around the corner and was like, were you injured before the race? And Babe was like, oh, I'm so sure that you know who did it. If Babe wasn't there to win the race, the benefit would have to go to you, wouldn't it? Because you came in second place. Sassy Wade. He is so sassy, but you know, he's true. They be true about like a good things. I'm gonna just say things. I, of course, really don't think Kim knows who did it, but he may have an inkling, you know, maybe an educated guess, thinking it might be Winner, and he wouldn't be wrong to think so. Yeah, I know Kim is so classy. I know he had no part in this. But, of course, Wade and Babe don't know that because Kim is technically the ops. Side note, I just cannot get over the fact that I saw Supernut sitting on his lap on a video. But, unside note, okay. Then, in the next scene, we see Winner and this man trying to negotiate sabotaging Babe's car by cutting one of the fluid lines. Kim catches Winner in the act and punches the fuck out of Winner. Kim is like, are you trying to kill Babe? He also accuses Winner of the attack before the race. Surprisingly, Winner is like, it wasn't me this morning. You can't think that I'm the only one who is trying to harm Babe, which is true. And that's great and all that he didn't do it, but Winner also just admitted again that he is actually trying to harm Babe. These racers are slimy. Except Kimmy. Kim is not. He's an upstanding citizen of society. So in the next scene, Babe goes and pays Tony a little visit, knocking out some of Tony's little henchmen on the way into the office like a badass. He gets in there and Tony is like, oh, you finally came home. Babe is like, this ain't my home, and if you keep fucking with me or one of my friends, I'm going to expose you. Then Babe says he is going to expose his badness and his fake richness. Fake richness. What does he mean by that? Tony, are you scamming? I wouldn't be surprised, though, with a man like Tony, you know, who be abusing all those kids. You know that there are skeletons all up and through his closet, and I am ready for them to be exposed. Then Charlie is at Babe's house when he returns with the cast on because, you know, Sonic with his cute ass and Nort, because he is so adorable too, took Charlie to the hospital. Charlie begs to stay with Babe because he says he's afraid that someone might try to do something to Babe again. True, and I understand Charlie's sentiment, but I still get the feeling that Charlie didn't really, I don't know, I feel like he don't really like Babe that much right now. I'll preface it with that. What is this game that he's trying to figure out? I am really, really sad, y'all, that I cannot totally trust Charlie at this moment. Anyway, Babe is like, whatever, and he lets Charlie stay. So Charlie, he's cooking and being a good servant. Babe is like, I don't need all of that. And you remember our deal, sex for the car? Babe tells Charlie that he can go pick out a car because their deal is done. And Charlie is so surprised. So whatever plan that he and Jeff have is falling by the wayside as the days roll on. Oh, and then the next scene we get this little gem with Alan and Jeff. I don't believe we talk much about their budding romance much, so let's do it. So Babe is being real babyish while he's at the garage because you know that he is the emotional queen, honey. And also, he thinks Jeff and Charlie are, doing each other. So he was being real mean to Jeff, who was trying to fix his car and get his stuff together. And Jeff tells Alan that basically he needs to handle Babe unless he will strike because of ill treatment. Alan is like, you're jealous. Alan is so fine. But he's like, you're my favorite mechanic and I'll handle Babe. And Jeff is like, no, Babe is your favorite. And side note, it is real funny because Babe don't like Jeff because of Charlie, and Jeff don't like Babe because of reasons. You thought I was going to say because of Alan, huh? No. I highly doubt that Jeff is there yet with Alan, so I don't think there's any love yet. Alan let Jeff know that Babe isn't his favorite. Everyone loves Babe like family. Alan also let Jeff know that he sees Jeff that the same way as well, and he can come to him if he ever needs anything. The other members are like, we can't train with Babe. He is on 100 right now because he has not had any concentration sex with anyone because he only wants sex with Charlie now. And he's mad at Charlie currently because he thinks Charlie is with Jeff. Yeah, it's such a web. And to make matters worse, Babe sees Jeff and Charlie talking to each other at the garage and he is just giving just stank face. Then Jeff tries to come to Babe and tell him that there is nothing going on between him and Charlie. Of course, Babe doesn't believe it because he saw them going into the condo building together. Babe is like, why are you telling me this? He's still being moody as fuck. Also, you got to remember that Charlie did lie. But when Jeff tried to stop Babe from walking away, he grabs Babe's arm. And then we see Jeff has this vision. And I was like, yes, finally we see Jeff's powers and that he has visions when he touches people. That's why he say he's a germaphobe, because he doesn't want others to touch him. That's why Jeff is so standoffish. Finally, we are getting some answers, guys. Now, an issue is the vision that he got. Looks like Babe is about to get into some type of accident whenever he's at a race. So we got to see what's going on with that. Then later on, Babe confronts Charlie about Jeff. Charlie denies that, him and Jeff are doing anything. But he's like, I can't tell you what's going on with us, Babe. So just, you got to wait. And low key, I kind of want to know what's going on with Jeff and Charlie also. So in the next scene, we see Tony's henchman, and he's in the woods looking at this boring-ass man shooting some arrows at a tree. Apparently, Tony's been looking for this mystery man for a long time. So who is he? And I hope he sticks around because he is good to look at. Hey. So the next day, there's a race, and Babe's car is starting to act funny. He skids off the road and ends up parked on the side as the other racers are passing him by. Then his car explodes and catches on fire. And as I'm watching this, I'm like, yo, they are really trying to kill this man.